Welcome back to my channel today. No, it builds quietly patient like a slow leak in your roof drip bid.a missed text here, a cold glance at Thea hug that feels just a little too formal at first. You don't even ice it. You're too busy with life bills. Work responsible, ladies. You'll choke it up too. She's just tired. You'll tell yourself it's got a lot going on. But truth is, the leak has already started. And you won't notice it until the whole damn ceiling collapses, until it's too late, until the laughter stops, until the texts get shorter, until the woman you loved is sitting across from you. And she's just not there anymore. But here's what no one tells you. Woman with cheats never does it without lowings. It's never silent. It's never clean. And it's never without cracks in foundation. Please let that sink in. The signs are always there, scattered like breadcrumbs. I just didn't want to follow. Bio told yourself stories that she's just boozy, just tired, that it'll pass, that she's space. But behind that excuse, a bend fat soft denial. There's a man knows. He feels it. He sends the things wrong, both just doesn't teach the strength to see it out loud. Noted hand. If you've ever felt that gut punch, that quiet dread that something ain't right, that ache in your chest at 20 am, that silence in a room that used to with laughter, this one's for you, 'cause when a woman cheats, she lies, leaves footprints in the mutarks. You can't choose moments you'll read later wondering how you didn't see it. And today we're not brushing it 10 to the rug. Today we're tracking every one of those signs so you didn't miss them again. So you didn't question your worth. So you walk into clarity, not confusion. Let's be in one. Her attention shifts and she pretends it hasn't. This one doesn't scream, it whispers. It creeps in. Udinate a PhD in psychology to feel it, you just need to notice the vibe. Onady, she's warm. She's curious. She's invested. She's asking about your day, smiling when you walk in, holding your hand just because. The next day, it's like you're talking to a stranger wearing her face. She does and asks how your meeting went. She stops laughing at her story. Stephen, Theon, she used tour. She forgets your mom's birthday. A Thatcher allergic to shellfish. She forgets you, and when you bring it up, when you say hey something feels different. She hits you with your river thinking I've just been tired. You're a binger, but here's the truth, brother. Women didn't pull away randomly. They didn't just shut down emotionally with the cows, they pull away when their emotional investment shifts elsewhere. Whether it's another manna, fantasy, or just the idea of freedom and escape, the focus. It's no longer on you. And that is first real crack. It doesn't look like betrayal. It doesn't sound like either, but it is because emotional distance. That's always the first step before physical betrayal. Sign 2 starts hiding. This small stuff, cheating doesn't start in bedroom. That's the Louis. Been sold in movies that it begins with ease. Touch a hotel room. But real life fight starts in Thelance. She said to tell you everything, Gavin, the boring stuff. What Susan at work said. What she had for lunch. How dog barked at the dog. Our guy now. She just says long day and walks away. No detail. No stories now, aren't, and you don't even realize it first because you all have rough days, right? But then you notice it's not just their words that have gone quiet. It's her presence. She used to leave her phone on theater, right, unlocked, face up. Notifications popping. No big deal. No, that phone's face down, locked tighter. A bank vault always in her hand haven. When she showers, it's within Rue. Joke about it, she says, you're being dramatic, you don't trust me. I boom, you become the bad guy. You're jealous. You're insecure. You're insecuring. But brother, let's not pretend. You didn't see what's really happening here. She's compartmentalizing, dividing her life into 2 lanes. The version of herself that's still with a wand. The version that's quietly sleep hiding way. You see, a woman doesn't thave to out the door to leave. Sometimes stays but takes everything that matters with her, her truth, her loader, her loyalty. Her body. May still be theorem, but her heart is packing its bags. A cheating woman becomes a magician. Sheds straws with one hand. Look, everything's fine. You're just paranoid. while the other hand hides what you are not supposed to see. It's mock and mirrors. It's manipulation with a smile. And if you start thinking you're crazy, if you start doubting what you feel deep in your chest, it's because of me. Asimething even more powerful. Fanning emotional gaslighting, Shimako question reality make you wonder. Effort just being too sensitive. Make you feel guilty for noticing that she's changing, but deep down you know Yuval was known because energy doesn't lie. Woman's presents. Her effort, her words, they all shift when her heart does. And here's the worst part. She still act like she's yours, Justin. Now to keep yak and fuss. But in truth, she's auditioning a new life. One where not cast and fleeting real anymore. She won't tell you. She won't fight you. It's just fade a bit by bitter and by the time you notice. She has already halfway out, theater emotionally free and inaccountable zing. 3. The inimus sinishes or mutazone of the loudest red flag sisipons in the bedroom or a dozen inu serial. Raw emotional intimacyist. It's just about sex. It's about connection. It's about energy. It's a both souls meeting with trust in between. Not when a woman starts cheating fat into jeans and you feel it before you even realize what you are feeling. She might, suddenly, Becke melds distant as if touching. Yo takes effort as if your hands are unfamiliar, as if your breath against her skin no longer feels like home. I'm but like a memory. She's outgrown. And you start asking yourself, what did I wrong? Did I change? Is she just stressed? But it's deeper than thought. Sometimes the shift goes the other way. She becomes too interested, too aggressive, too intense. She introduces new moves, different energy, a fire that wasn't there before. And instead of feeling exited, you feel confused. Because the question starts tocho in your head where DJ learned that who is this really for, and that's the twist. Miratherbic enerous coldness or hypersexuality arisens cause when a woman is cheating us not just sharing her body redirecting her intimate securian intimacy like money has a limit it can't be spent in two places a taunt so happens that currency either dries up with you or gets exaggerated thus a performance as a cover-up as damage control sex becomes one of three things a chore just to peep the peace a performance a stage show to make you think nothing's wrong. A confession in disguise and a for her own guilt bed one thing it rarely is any more feel it in aftermath when Cheryl's over instead of holding you when silence between you stretches long earth on the night when you feel more alone after bung. Close than you did before it's like kissing someone through a glass well it looks the same sounds them but empty thatisant love that isn't connection thatisant a phase. That's their Sadu off trail, Julie awake wondering why does she feel so far away? And the answer because she already is, her body may still be next to you, but her soul is somewhere else. Her thoughts are with someone else. Her heart is entertaining a world you're not invited into. And that my brother Eisenolth Krillist forms of. Floss Part 5. Sign 5. Her future plans no longer include you. This one hits different. It doesn't come with a scream. It doesn't come with a fight. Comes with quiet. A kind of emotional fog. That fat rolls in slow. But once it's there, you'll can't see the future anymore. At least not the one you base to dream off one day. She's saying when we go on vacation next summer, the next at SC12. Travelmore. No, I choose to say when we get a plaza tagger now it's Ivy been thinking off moving and it's not just words it's phone thibsence of excitement the lack of shared vision the shift from us to me and it stings because it's subtle because doesn't come with an announcement because it happens in swale ways you don't even realize she slowly erasing yo from her future. She talks about growth. No, about space about feeling, but not with you. She doesn't say, I want told together. She says, I need time. I need distance. I need to figure things out. And when ya, where do I fit into all this? Shall confess as if the thought include ninja never even crossed Herman. That's when it hits you. She's already planning her exit. And you urge just waiting. Tub notified. That's why we feel like a ghost in your own relationship. That SWHY her eyes don't light up. K when they meet yours anymore. That's why everything feels like it's floating in limbo because in her mind it's already moved. Neon. She just hasn't packed the bags yet to still standing in the doorway and she's sell ready down the street. Emotionally free, spiritually gone, catching up to the amo. And I know this is where most men break. They beg, they bargain. They try to become better, try to fix what she already decided wasn't worth saving. But don't chase. Don't plead. Don't shrink because off she oughta hat. Lose herself to find herself. Brother, she was never truly yours too. Begin with the bigger truth, cheatingness. A random act. It's a process. Slow erosion of connection. A woman doesn't cheat the moment she touches another man. She cheats the she disconnects from emotionally and makes the sullen decision not to reconnect. That's when begins. In the day, she stops trying. In night, she stops turning toward we bed. In the week, she stops including in plans. In the month, she starts looking for something more without ever telling you. She stops seeing value in what you already had, the signs are always there. But you have to be brave enough now to see them and strong enough to walk away when you didn't. Be cozy. Here's the hard truth. If you let someone cross your boundaries on say I taught them, it's okay to do a tie-in. So hot. Do you stay awake, you stay grounded. You listen to your instincts. And most importantly, you didn't shrink for anyone who has outgrown their loyalty. Let's zoom out for a second. Widows cheating destroy us so deeply. It's not just about broken trust. It's a booth. Death of a dream, the slow culps of a future you were building with both hands. The moment when Webby comes me and left in the wreckage, wondering if Fanovich was ever real. But here's what you must hear today. It was real. Your fort, your loyalty, your faith, and her love of it was real. Even if her commitment died quietly in the background. But here's the truth. Most men miss. This isn't just a bother. This is about you. Thesis about what you've tolerated in the name of love art. But the signs you ignored in the name of hope about the night you lowed beside her feeling lonely and blaming yourself for it. But no more. Today Yahweh up today you stop making excuse for Sumi and Elsa's betrayal. Today you reclaim your power not by hating her but by choosing you because that truth is you can't control who cheats on you but you can't control what happens. Next bonus tip watch how fears this is the most overlooked exig. Most important every couple hosts problems. Every relationship hits row patches. But what separates real love from fake loyalty is what she does when things get lean in or does she drift further? Does she open up or does she shut you out? Does she fight for the relationship or just fight inside D? Because when a woman is truly yours, she goes into sapper. When things get uncomfortable, she doesn't retreat in tasselants, shadows and give less and complete space, she shows up even when it's hard when it's messy. So if she's no longer repairing with you, she's already building without you, and that mafend is your signal. So now what you've seen, the signs you've heard, the truth, you've felt that. And now it's time to choose clarity of her conf to stop guessing. Stop justifying, stop waiting for someone was already gone. You don't need closure from her, you need courage in yourself. So here's what I want you to do. Comment the word clarity. Do you feel cis in your soul? If you're donor tolerating emotional neglect, you're redundant questioning your worth. Let this baddie. You're no longer begged to stay in a place you're being jolly evicted from. And if you're adhered of flies tired of manipula-centered of bind only one holding the relationship to subscribe to K's on this channel we didn't chase we sharpen minds we didn't teach you how to win her back we ch wow to never lose yourself pagan.